Welcome to In Your Face. I'm Nick Urkel with Will Horan and Evan Reiser, and today we're going to cover some basic topics: baseball, football, all the sports. So let's start with baseball. Do you guys think there should be a DH in both the National and American leagues? Start with Evan.
Yes, I do. I think it's preventing injuries for pitchers. I think it's huge. It makes the game more interesting. It makes the game completely more interesting. Watching, I'm not gonna lie, there are some great hitting pitchers out there, but most of them, it's an automatic out. And I love, I'm a small ball guy, but I just think it's an automatic out at this point in time. And I think that baseball will get more viewers by creating an automatic DH. It makes the game more interesting for fans. It's the easiest thing to do for the National League at this point in time.
How are you calling yourself a small ball guy and you don't like pitchers batting? It's not a strategic advantage, but it's a strategic play to place your pitcher into the lineup, which is what most NL teams are starting to do now, putting them into 8, maybe even 7 at this point, and let them hit. I mean, Madison Bumgarner hits the ball well, Zach Greinke hits the ball well, and there's some people out in the bullpens out in New York and in Philly that can come out of the bullpen and hit the ball. I think the NL should leave it just as it is, and they have a perfect plan for it. And if you're an NL team playing in the AL, use a DH. If you're an AL team in the NL, you don't use a DH. I think it goes either way.
Well, I disagree. I think that it makes the game more interesting if you had a universal DH. I think National League will get more viewers. I think baseball as a whole will get more viewers if you do that. Plus, you get more runs, and runs are what people want.
I mean, think about it. Some of the highest scoring teams in the MLB right now are in the NL outside of Minnesota and the Yankees. The Dodgers and the Diamondbacks are racking up runs, and so are the Reds. They lead the NL in runs right now, along with the Phillies and the Braves. So they're still racking up runs with pitchers in the lineup.
But we can talk about it. You mentioned the Yankees and the Twins. They have some of the best designated hitters in the league. You're looking at Nelson Cruz still producing at his old age in a DH spot. You're looking at who's DHing for the Yankees right now. It doesn't even matter. They have so much talent that they can't play him at all the positions. So you have to have a DH. Could you imagine if teams in the NL had that much talent? The Dodgers. The Dodgers can't even play who they want to play every day because they don't have a DH. You put that role in there. Now we're starting to see more runs. We're starting to see balls fly out of the yard more often, and you're getting more viewers in the game.
Well, if we're going to talk about how many home runs are hit, we're on pace to blast even more home runs than we did last year, which set the MLB record. And then think about it like this. You could totally reverse the card and say, hey, maybe we don't put a DH in the AL. Ratings aren't going to go down by switching one guy in the lineup.
I think some good points from both. Now let's go over to football, where we can talk about who do you guys think is the greatest quarterback of all time? Evan?
Well, I'm going to tell you it's Tom Brady. He's got 6 rings. He's the GOAT. Guy does it when they need him most, and every game when they need him most, he's at his biggest moment. And we can argue that this was the most boring Super Bowl, but when they needed him most, he dropped a dime in there to Gronkowski, and that was all she wrote.
Wow,
so when
one play to the most talented tight end ever. How does that matter? It's a 6'7" basketball player basically out there on a football field. It's unfair. It's unfair. Tom Brady has been blessed to be put into the perfect system. 6 rings don't mean anything when you get bailed out by Dee Ford in the AFC Championship, Vinatieri twice, and Malcolm Butler, and the fact that Atlanta totally forgot how to coach the second half of the football game.
Well, I mean, no doubt that Atlanta obviously didn't coach well at the end of the game, but you still have to come back from that. You still got to put points on the board, and Tom Brady did that consistently. And we can talk about, he's a system quarterback. He created half that system at this point. He's cemented in that system. Without him, they don't win these Super Bowls. Your argument is completely wrong. He's the smartest quarterback. He has superior knowledge to any quarterback in the NFL right now.
So, Will, if Tom Brady isn't the greatest quarterback, then who is?
I believe that the GOAT is a group. The same way in basketball, there can be more than one GOAT. So my thing is, I think there are 2 quarterbacks that are better than Tom Brady, and that's Joe Montana and Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is the most skilled quarterback we have ever seen play football.
That might be the dumbest thing you've ever said. Aaron Rodgers is the fact that you put him in GOAT status is completely absurd, Will.
Aaron Rodgers on the Patriots.
Dumb.
They have 8 rings.
No.
They have 8
No, they don't. Are you serious?
Tom Brady's farthest throw in the AFC Championship game this season was 38 yards, and it was a bubble screen to Rex Burkhead. He literally got every single yard after the catch. He was not productive at all in the AFC Championship game. Aaron Rodgers would be out there throwing 40-yard
Has
bombs.
never had a comeback against a winning team. He has never led a comeback drive with a team with a winning record.
He's ahead by the time it's the fourth quarter.
That's true. That is not true. The guy is a loser. He has one ring. One ring. How can you call him the GOAT when he has one ring?
He's been stuck with Mike McCarthy for what, 8 years, was it? Terrible coach. He was not happy in Green Bay, and they're going to come right back even stronger this year, win the NFC North. I think they can get all the way to the Super Bowl. It's going to happen.
I think you're so wrong, and I think we're going to see it this year when they don't even make the playoffs.
Okay.
This guy.
I think that does it here today for PTI. Nick Urkel, Evan Reiser, and Will Horan. We had some interesting takes today.
Rodgers is an idiot.
Thank you. Have a good day.